Do you have a negative connotation of the word ego? Well, let it go. Because here is the truth of the matter. We all have one.
Pivot in your confidence, career, and compensation with the 5-Minute Career Hack Podcast every Monday and Thursday. Now, get ready as we pour out your 5-minute career hack for the week.
Welcome to your weekly ego check-in or tune-up. This is part 3 of the series, Ego, Put It Down or Put It in Its Place. Now, this content was inspired by the book, Ego is the Enemy by Ryan Holiday, a book we had the pleasure of unpacking in our 5-Minute Career Hack community. We feel this book offers valuable insights on how ego can be detrimental to success and personal growth. But before we get started, I have a question for you. Do you have a negative connotation of the word ego? Well, let it go. Because here is the truth of the matter. We all have one. But these episodes are crafted to help us be aware of how our ego shows up, right? And how we keep it in its place. And you may be thinking, how do I do that? Well, we have to be aware of how our ego shows up for us, not others, how our ego shows up for you. All right, so let's get started with a pretty big concept, and that's character building. How can you work on your character? I want you to answer this question. What do you do when you have the trust of others? This is a very good character building activity. Sit with it, think about it, because I want you to unpack and be really sure of how do you not do what you want to do, what you feel like doing, tempted to do, and ensuring that that does not outweigh the trust that others have in you. Let's be real. The worst bag that you can fumble is valuable relationships, because money comes and goes, and so does opportunities. But we cannot bank that others will give us their trust back. The next check-in is, how do you manage big responsibilities? Do you shy away from stepping up? This is also a sign of ego getting in the way. You being too scared to fail, thinking about all the possible bad scenarios that can happen, maybe even thinking someone else can do it better. Those are all signs of ego. Now, push past temptation and don't just sit on your gifts and opportunities. It can be a really good opportunity for you to get better. The third question is, how do you manage small responsibilities? Do you do small tasks like big ones? Do you think about how you act when no one's looking? Well, let me give you a few examples. Taking your kids to school each morning, sending the calendar invite for the meeting, or being timely on submitting expenses. All pretty small tasks, we would agree, right? Probably don't even take a lot of time out of your day. You probably can't even come up with a percentage of the time it takes. Nor are these items that we get a lot of credit for doing, right? We're just expected to do them. But left undone, and the consequences could be huge. All right? Now that you're thinking, hopefully your wheels are going, of some places that you can work on building your character. Okay? Me too. So let's review a few hacks this week that we can work on immediately. And I would love for you to come back next week, and it'd be a great place for you to journal, to check in with yourself. All right. Number 1, be mindful of your inputs. What do I mean? Your inner voice. What are you telling yourself over and over again? What are you consuming, watching, reading, listening to? Negative people you allow to linger around in your life. Those will tell, or those that are telling you how great you are. Okay. Number 2, pay attention to what and who you're mimicking. Listen to your word choice, your temperament, your motivation. Who has an influence on your actions and opinions? And number 3, question possible false confidence that you may have. Be curious about what you're basing what you know. How do you know? Are you overestimating an expertise? I can't wait to see you all next week. And I hope you are able to identify some places where ego is getting in the way. But in the meantime, until next time, be well.
I truly hope you enjoyed this episode as much as we enjoyed doing it for you. However, it doesn't have to end there. Come on over to our Facebook group community right now for free. You're going to get exclusive content that we weren't able to include in this episode as well as past episodes. We've got challenges, we've got research, we've got lives, you name it, all for you in bite-sized chunks so that you can continue this development journey. Go ahead, click the link right now in the description show notes, and we'll see you there.